and my normal role is as the operations manager, and I work really closely with the station leaders daily to coordinate the program, to manage the projects that we're doing, shipping, aviation and station resources. So for me to kind of get back on the tools and go and do it at the coalface, if you like, on the ice, is a really great opportunity to reconnect with that. It's fantastic working with the Australian Antarctic program and the challenge of actually delivering the program on the ice. We've got some really exciting science with a large ice core drilling camp. We'll also be working up on the glacier, looking at glacier dynamics. We'll be doing some seabird research. We're also running a project looking into a potential new runway site in the Vestfold Hills. It's great to live in a small community and a small remote community, and we recruit some fantastic people, so I really enjoy the people side of it as well. And then there's just the pure leadership aspect of leading a team of 80 to 100 people a long way away from Hobart with a lot to do and the joys of the Antarctic weather making it difficult for us.
Station leader was an opportunity for me, not having a trade, to go to Antarctica. I've always been interested in Antarctica. I grew up reading about Mawson and Shackleton and Hurley's pictures. And I was lucky enough in 1909 to do a resupply voyage on Aurora Australis to get experience forecasting in the Southern Ocean. And then with the Navy I did fisheries patrols down to Heard Island, McDonald Island. So I love that environment. My experience in the Navy for the last few years has been in command and leadership roles. I just finished a role as the commanding officer of HMAS Cuttable in Sydney at Garden Island, and I was in charge of nearly 2,500 sailors, keeping a port operation running. It's a similar job, just a lot more isolated, less people and a bit colder. Casey is very busy this season with the aerodrome and the skiway. We've got lots of air operations coming through, and we're supporting some international programs.
I'm most excited about going to Antarctic and specifically Mawson because everyone's told me how extraordinarily beautiful it is, and that it's basically on a mountain and the landscape everywhere is amazing all year round. The idea of going to Antarctica was looking for a challenge, looking for something new and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. We go down on the Aurora, so it'll take about 10 days to get actually from Hobart down to Mawson. We're looking mostly at monitoring projects, automatic systems that go all year round. So there's climatic systems, there's atmospherics, there's seabird monitoring, as well as geoscience and our Panzer who've been there for years. So I was lucky enough to spend last year living on Macquarie Island, and it's a lot like living in a David Attenborough nature documentary. It's extraordinary. Living down in Antarctica, I imagine, will be different to living on Macquarie Island, mostly because of the weather and the restrictions that imposes on what you can do. On Mawson, as the other Antarctic stations, you have to travel in pairs, you have to be together, and I believe Mawson's very windy, so you're often quite restricted just to even how you can travel around station. So I think that will present its own challenges just as to how the group connects and how you actually function when you're in each other's pockets the whole time.
This will be my 5th trip south. I've been station leader at Davis on another occasion, and I've also been at Macquarie Island and Casey last season. What gets me back to Antarctica is the environment and the remoteness of the place. I really enjoy the fact that you are so remote and you're a small community who have to look out for each other, and you are a team, one team, and there's no one coming down to help in anything we do, it's just us. I think one of the biggest challenges for me is having to leave my family behind is one of the toughest things about working in Antarctica. It's a joint decision for my family and myself to be able to go to Antarctica and work down there. So at Davis we don't see the sun for 6 weeks, which certainly plays a bit of a part on people's moods and how they feel and how they go, and we certainly enjoy when the sun comes back up and we know we're starting to head out of the other side of winter. Sitting up in the lounge, looking out the windows over the bay when it's all nice and frozen is just magnificent. And watching the sun go down shining off the icebergs. What more could you ask for?